Common question I come across is that why my twin flame runner is not talking, is not communicating with me. And then the big question comes is that what to do, how to solve it, how to make him or her talk. And in order to understand this question, you have to understand that there are actually two types of twin flame runners. I actually go deep in one of my videos. I'm going to leave a link below, and that is going to explain the different meanings of non-communication. So the most rigid type of twin flame runner is going to be the detached avoidant. And this type of person ghosts very easily and they generally do not talk much. So they say that they are more like listeners, or when you talk to them, they are going to say that they have been always this way, they prefer listening. And when you really talk to them, then they are going to say that during their childhood, they learned that children can be seen but not heard. So this is a very, very old childhood wound that they learned, that communication is something that they shouldn't do because they didn't practice it. So they learned just to be listening to people. And the other type of runner is going to be actually the fearful avoidant, which is going to be a mixture of the chaser and the runner. And you can see them that they can talk a lot. They are going to talk and talk and talk and talk, and they are always planning. They might be very intelligent because they are always in their head. But the problem is that the talking they do is not related to emotions. So expressing their emotions, talking about their fears, their anxiety, or anything really deeply relationship and wounds related is going to be missing. And when you tell them that, look, we don't talk enough, we don't communicate enough, they are not going to understand what you are talking about because they don't understand the two really different types of communication. One of them is just really outside world related to kind of impress people and work, and the other type that is really relationship and emotional internal self related. And the reason they are like this because from a very, very young age, they actually learned that they have to repress their emotions. So their parents were really engaged with their head, that intellectual talk or maybe just rule-based. These are the rules you should follow, and they got rewarded only when they achieved that score. So they really learned that emotions are not valuable in a way, that they didn't engage with that part of the nervous system, and they didn't learn to express their emotions because they just couldn't practice it. And now we get to a phase that what to do about it. And you have to understand that you cannot make other people change. You can point out the problem in a sense that, look, this is what I need, this is what I want, instead of saying, okay, this is the problem with you. Like, that's very offensive and you are not going to achieve anything with it. And a person is only going to change when they actually realize that it's not healthy for them and they start to suffer. So if you point it out and they realize that it's a problem in a relationship and they want to change genuinely, that's when they can actually change and you can build up a very healthy relationship. But if they don't understand what you are talking about and you get stuck in a loop that you keep trying, and I don't like showing videos, maybe even this one, that this is a problem and this is what's wrong with you and our relationship could work, but that's you are the problem, that is not going to lead anywhere. You have to realize that that relationship is doomed. Because that's the thing, that when you talk with another person, that on a personal level, it's like, okay, I understand your internal experiences fully and you understand my internal experiences, but then you get into a fight that, okay, who is right, who is wrong. And that's when you use a completely different system, and that's coming from the head, that what are the requirements of a healthy relationship in order to work in a long term with the least amount of trouble. And it's really not about the trouble, it's really about, are you able to solve and express the problem or not? Because the problem with the avoidance, because these are the avoidance, the two types of avoidance, that's the runner, is that they avoid the problem and they don't bring it up. So anytime there is something that is too emotional, too problematic, too dramatic, that's when they ghost, they go away and they shut down. And you have to realize that you can't make a relationship work like that, because a relationship is going to need expressing the emotions and expressing the problems, and this is what they don't do. That when there is a problem, they prefer not to bring it up, because they recognize early in the childhood that anytime it happens, nothing good comes out of it. So they learn to repress that and not to talk about it. But they have to recognize that they are not with that parent anymore. They are adults now. So they have to keep trying and learning how to express their concerns to another person in a healthy way. And that's when you can get books or videos about healthy communication. And also it's about you as well, that you might have an unhealthy way of expressing your concerns. So that's why it's good to see like a guideline, how it looks like, how it's healthy to express the emotion, that the communication can be healthy. And it's really about communicating and not about, this is my problem with you and this is my problem with you, and it gets into a fight and argument. And it's not really about, it's not communication anymore, it's a battle and a fight. See you in my next video.